Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, and if you love layout shares, I've got a few layouts that I'd love to share with you today. These are old layouts, new layouts, wedding layouts, as you can see right here. If you're new to my channel, you can expect all things scrapbooking and card making. If that's something that you enjoy and you need inspiration, I think you're in the right spot. Now make sure to click the subscribe button and that tiny little bell. That way YouTube will let you know every time I post a new video. Let's get into these layouts. Let's talk about this layout right here. This is definitely an older layout. It's over 20 years old. Love the paper collection. I cannot remember what this collection is, so if someone does, please put it in the comment for other people to kind of go back in their stash and see if they have it. I love the softness of this, and I love that I used to use ribbon on my layouts. I think I'm going to have to get back to that because I do have lots of ribbon in my scrapbooking room. Here's another wedding layout. I was doing some major cleaning up in my room and I came across a lot of these layouts, and it prompted me to wanting to finish my wedding album. No, it's not finished, but I have these gorgeous layouts that are over 20 years old. I love the way that I took this photo right here and kept it in color, and then I turned these photos right here into sepia because the girls' dresses here were dark emerald green and they really didn't suit the paper collection that I was working with. And again, I have no idea what this paper collection is, but it is really, really pretty. If you know what it is, you know what to do. This is from the same collection, I want to say, because it's got that purple in here. So here you can see their dresses. They were dark emerald green, and I really, really love the way that this layout turned out. I have to finish my wedding album. Please tell me I'm not the only one that has not finished major projects like that. This layout right here is a process video with the creative design team where we challenged ourselves to use busy pattern paper. For me, the pattern paper here was really busy. The colors were really busy. So I made a large mat, if you want, like a large photo mat, right in the center of my page. I turned my photos into black and white to kind of calm everything down, and I really, really do love the way that this turned out. I made this pretty neat title right here on my Cricut, and it's got a few layers. So yes, there is a process video for this, and I will create a playlist for you to watch all of the process videos for all of the layouts that I'm sharing with you here today. This layout here was done using this gorgeous sunflowers, and if you're a regular on my channel, you know that I love sunflowers and I had to use this beautiful flower. In this video right here, I show you how to do a masking technique for this background. I'm not sure if you can see it here. I actually started off with a few cards, so I practice on how to color my flowers and how to give them texture, and then I brought all of that together to create this gorgeous layout right here. This is another process video with the creative design team where we showed you easy ways to embellish your page. So for my embellishments, I use both die cuts and stamps, and I stamped a few of these flowers, and I layered everything up from these really big tags at the back, these stamped images, and this really cute little butterfly. And I really like the way this page turned out by kind of combining the colors together. Although there's a lot going on this page, I think that it works really, really nicely. This layout here is probably one of my favorite layouts. I love the pattern paper, and I love that I only had this one photo to actually document that day, and I brought in all of these flowers here. These ones here are done with a stencil, and I show you a little hack to make it go faster. It's all layered up with this gorgeous little die right here. So these are little dies, and then they kind of sit on top of the stencil flowers. And I just added a few of the little word art that were part of the paper collection to document this very everyday life story, but I really like the way it turned out. Here is another creative design team challenge, if you want, where we challenged each other to use a sketch. So I started with a sketch right here. I mixed in a few different pattern papers. They're not from the same collection. I really like the bold triangles that really draw your eye into the photos right here. I did all of my titles in Cricut Design Space, and I added a large offset to really separate the title from the background. I really like the way that this page turned out. I love the really bold colors right here. This is an exclusive layout. This is a layout that I did for the Close to My Heart 2022 Extravaganza class, where I was given the privilege to work with brand new products. This here is actually primarily for cards. It is called the Present Card Die Set, and I actually used it on a layout, and I really like the way that you can actually add photos to this. You can add a 3x4 photo, and you can document right here at the back. And yes, you've caught me, I have not finished my journaling. I really like the way that you can take an element such as this, which is meant to be a card, like a gift card, and put it on a layout. I love all of the layers here. These are acrylic shapes. They are a lot of these are dies, and I absolutely love the way that this turned out. This is another layout that I did for my Extravaganza presentation. It's a 12 by 12 layout using or featuring, if you want, the front window slider die. And I incorporated that on a layout. So here's a photo of my daughter, current age, and then when she was a little baby. And I really like that I could add this to a layout. Of course, I dressed it all up here with lots of pretty dies. I love these gorgeous butterflies right here. And this was a lot of fun to incorporate something that is definitely for a card on a layout. This layout brings back fond memories of a weekend spent with my scrappy friends. And again, this is a video collaboration with the creative design team where we challenged ourselves to stamp many ways on a layout. So I added some stamping here. I added some stamping on my title. I did some really cool stamp masking right here at the bottom. I added more background stamps right here at the back of these flowers. Now this process video is a must-see because there's so much going on this page. You really need to kind of appreciate it by watching that process video. I love the way this layout turned out. I had to share these layouts with you here. This is part of a video collaboration with my very good friend Janice, where we documented everyday life for 2022. There is an entire playlist for this project here. And basically what this project entails is documenting every month and tracking the weather. So this is very much like the weather blanket project where people knit a row every day. Well, we scrapbooked every month, and every day we had a color associated to the temperature, and that created our base pages for our scrapbook layouts. If you want to see the complete playlist for this project right here, there's like 13 videos times 2. So if you want to sit down, binge watch, and learn a few things along the way, because both Janice and I were working on these layouts, but she's in Australia and I'm here in Canada, and you can see how first the colors were completely different and the way we kind of attack each of our page. It's a little bit different. She used a lot of Cricut cuts and I used a lot of dies. This is a more recent layout right here where I challenged myself to use this paper collection. I know lots of people truly love this paper collection because again, it's sold out, but I found it to be a little dark and very, very green. So I flipped a few things around, I softened up the palette, and then I used the die that was part of this collection, and I made these really cool 3D flowers, or dimensional flowers if you want. Again, if you want to see the process video for that, I show you exactly how to make each of these flowers, and I really, really love the way that this turned out. Even though it was very green for me at the start, I really love the way that I was able to pull or maybe calm some of these greens down to accommodate my photos. This layout here is an exclusive layout, and if you want to watch this one, you're going to have to jump over to Facebook. This was part of the creative design team first year anniversary celebration, where each of us took turn teaching classes on various techniques, and I decided to do a little bit of stenciling. So I show you how to do all of this great stenciling here at the back, and these flowers here were meant to be daisies, but I actually show you how you can translate these into black-eyed Susans or even sunflowers. There is a process video for this one, but you're going to have to head on over to Facebook, and I will link that down below. Believe it or not, this is still that same stamp set, and I really love the way this layout turned out. Now, this is an exclusive project that was taught in the creative design team group, where I showed how to pick your colors using a chart from the tri-blend markers. So pick your colors that are in your photos to color in these gorgeous flowers right here. So those are the same flowers that I just showed you. So they're the same ones as right here. So these ones here look like black-eyed Susans, and then these ones here look type of daisies. So I really like how versatile that stamp set is, and it was a lot of fun to really play up the colors and bring them out of these photos. And we also did a little bit of random stamping here, as you can see at the back, to create our very own pattern paper, and I really like the way this turned out. This layout here was another celebration. We were celebrating our very good friend Jema from the creative design team, and we decided to scrap lift one of her layouts. So basically I scrap lifted this layout here, and I added a second page to turn this into a double page layout, and I really like the way that this turned out. You've got these gorgeous flowers here, and they've all been shimmered up. You've got this great little splatter. This is stamped right on the page, and these here were original photos. I like that I was able to bring in original photos, and they were a little bit of a mismatch, but once I was able to again take the colors from the photos and add them to my flowers, I think that this makes a really pretty double page layout. This layout here is another exclusive layout that was prepared for our creatives over at the creative design team, and this was part of the August challenge, where I showed how to do this really cool technique here at the back, and I also prepared this really cool cut file, and that was available to our members in that group. I really love the way that this worked out, and this too, these were original photos, and I can't wait for summer to start. So hopefully you found tons of inspiration here today, and like always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to click that notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. Bye for now.